Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah. Cause we made it out there. Hood, yeah. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Now we celebrate. Yeah.
So hello guys, welcome back to another live stream, and today we are going for round 3 of Community Cup Season 2, and it's glad to be back. There are a few new drivers on the grid who will be joining lately. One of them is uh, Anurag Kaushik in the Alpine, and yeah, so without any further delay, let's start. And as usual, this will be a short quali with 28 laps and dynamic weather. So no one knows what it's gonna be. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope we have a good race to watch and as well as for the drivers to race at. If any of you watching the live stream wants to join the Community Cup, you can text me on my Discord. The link is in the bio on my channel or on Instagram uh, as well. The Instagram link is in the bio as well. So yeah. Hi Aditya Verma, nice to have you on the stream. So yeah, we have 12 drivers on the grid as of now. I guess there were 13. Oh yeah, I was one of them. I went into the spectator mode, my bad. So as you can see, the weather is uh, it's about to rain. Let's see, does it rain or not? Maybe it's overcast, dry. Let me hop into the. Okay, so UR now goes with an interesting strat, and okay, so here the drivers are out on track. Okay, so the first one that is on track is, yeah, is the Alpine. Okay, now Face has overtaken him to start a first lap. Okay, so Killer is right now on Inters. As you can see, he's still in the pits. He's coming out of the pits, but he's still on Inter tires. Generally, they use the Inter tires since it's a dry weather. Generally, they use the Inter tires to get a grip of the track and the setups just before pushing the car to their limit in qualifying. And yeah, Freaky is finally making his debut in the Community Cup. He was a full-time driver. He is a full-time driver, but he couldn't join due to some personal reasons. So here, he's a very fast driver. I think Freaky is gonna go for the pole, most likely. But let's see. Maybe someone else has something in their setup or in their talent that can bring Freaky down. That okay, so as of now, Face is about to start a lap. So let's go on board with him. So yeah, he opens the DRS, uses his overtake button, and brakes just at the around round about 100 meters. Okay, so he's very near to disqualification. Yeah, and now one of the fastest sectors of this track is gonna approach the S's. You can see a constant change in direction. Yeah. So this is a very tricky braking zone, this corner right here, which he takes almost perfectly. Gets on the power early. Yeah, let's see. It's okay, so he has his teammate in front of him. He moves out just before the braking zone. Yeah, they might be planning for some tow or something. Okay, so yeah, he goes purple middle sector because he's the one who's gonna complete his flying lap first of all. And let's see what happens. The Alpine is very close to him. I guess that is Punisher. Yes, it is. He has already run out of battery. He's already used up his deploy. So let's see. That will definitely hurt him. And plus the dirty air from face. Okay, so okay, no. So Punisher goes 135.6, and okay, so that is instantly beaten by You Are Dead Now by 135.5, a tenth faster than Punisher. And the second Red Bull of Ayush has started his lap. Yeah, Ayush is also in contention. Oh, okay. What is happening? Ayush almost. Yeah, I guess it's an impede by the Alpine. I don't know who it was. Okay, there's a sole Ferrari of Rahman as well, pushing right. No, he's not pushing, my bad. And Vivek. So Freaky, yeah, as you can see, Freaky and Thunderbolt. Freaky goes 133.1, and Thunderbolt just loses 1/10. So yeah, the field is already closing up to Freaky. Let's see, can he still get? Okay, let's see, can he still get his pole by the end of qualifying? Is it raining? For a moment, I thought it's raining. Okay, so as of now, yeah, the field is Mutaikan goes into third place by 133.6. So he's around 4/10 down on Thunderbolt. But yeah, he's still in contention. Let's see Ayush's lap. So Ayush invalids his lap, but okay, so Ayush dates his lap. Maybe he went off the track in some corner. Okay, so Face now is going for another run. I guess he has the fuel and Ayush is right in front of him, so maybe Ayush will give a tow to his teammate. Okay, so Rahman goes purple middle sector. Rahman is also very fast. Let's see. He has Ayush in front of him. Will Ayush give a tow to Rahman or will he pull aside fully? This is a very interesting track. Drive on. nice and early. Now it is just commitment in the S's. And this braking zone, the next left-hander is quite tricky. Yeah, as you can see, it's a blind pin approaching. He has already run out of battery. So let's see what time does Rahman. He went purple in the first sector. Yeah, so he goes P4, 135.3. He's 2 seconds slower than Mutaikan. Yeah, so finally, you are dead now is an arc lap on soft compound tires. The kick Sauber. Okay, so Killers, the Mercedes lock out the front row as of now. Just 14 tenths. 400, sorry, my bad. 400 faster than Freaky. As of now, yeah, so both of the guys in the Mercedes are putting on some nice pace. Will it be a Mercedes front row lockout? By the way, guys, just an interesting fact. This is the first race for both of the Mercedes because they didn't join for rounds 1 and 2. So let's see, will they come with full-on domination? Okay, so let's see who is on a lap now. Okay, so Clutch God is on a lap. As of now, Captain Clutch God in the Williams. So he has Mercedes front of him that backs off and gives Clutch God the line. Okay. So he goes purple in the middle sector. But I guess Vivek is on a lap. I guess Thunder already goes faster. No, he's also on a lap. So let's see. Can Clutch God, where can Clutch God put his Williams? Because he's the sole Williams. As of now. He's also run out of batteries. Yeah, so I guess the drivers have not fully sorted out the battery management here. Okay, so Clutch God goes P8 with a 136.0, and Vivek is about has started this lap. So let's see what does he has. He has newly shifted to a wheel. He was first playing on controller. Oh, Vivek has the same driver number as of me, 19. That's nice to see. So he goes purple middle sector. Oh, the first sector. Yes. And right behind him is Freaky. Is also on a lap. Yes. So yeah, let's continue with Vivek. What does he have to show? You can cut that corner. So he's very low on fuel. Does he even have fuel to complete the lap? I guess he will. He has a lot of battery remaining on the other hand. But let's see. Yeah, so he goes P6 and Freaky instantly goes P1, provisional P1. Yeah, just beating his teammates lap by 400. So yeah, as you can see, the Mercedes are right now pretty fast. And can Thunderbolt? Oh, he is invalid. Okay, he's on a slow lap. So can Thunderbolt or Mutaikan or someone else out of the 12 drivers beat the Mercedes. Let's wait and watch. So yeah, Thunderbolt has started his lap. Let's see, just 5 minutes remaining. Uh, Killer is on a new set in the pits and he'll respond very soon to Freaky's lap. Let's hope so. We have a good battle for pole position. And Thunderbolt goes purple middle sector, first sector with a 24.875. And yeah, so let's see what happens. Let's see his middle sector split. Oh, he has tow from his teammate. That's a very good strategy by the Astons. Just at the right time. Yeah, so he goes, he's 4 tenths up on his personal time, but it is his personal west middle sector. And let's see, where does Thunderbolt put his car? Can he beat the Mercedes? He was almost on the verge of an invalidation. Fortunately, he didn't invalidate. Okay, so Thunderbolt goes quickest with a 132.8. So, all right. We have already gone into the 132s now. It's a very nice lap, and that toe definitely helped him. His teammate definitely helped him achieve that pole position. Freaky is in the pits. Freaky is also gone on a new set of tires, and Killer is finally out on an out lap. And Ayush goes 133.6 in P4. This was his first lap, so let's see. Is he saving some extra tires for the race? So let's see Killer. And right behind him is Captain Clutch God, who has invalidated his lap and is pitting. So let's see Killer's lap. Let's go on board with Killer. So yeah, the turn one at this track is very tricky because it's uphill. You can't see the apex. You just have to go in with your instincts and your muscle memory. And this entire section in these generation cars is almost flat out. Yeah, just a tiny lift here to settle the car, brake, and just flick the steering wheel inside. Yeah. Okay, so he has backed off. Yeah, Killer has backed off? No, he's still going. Yeah, he has backed off, yeah. Yes, he has backed off. So maybe he messed up something. So let's see. Okay, so the Red Bull Face has finished his lap. Yeah, so now the Kicksauber, let's see Kicksauber's lap. So yeah, like I said, turn one is a very tricky turn. You have to trust your instincts. And this entire section is flat out till the SS. Ayush has retired from the session. Is that an on-track retirement? Oh no, it's in the pits. Okay, that's fine. See, we have the rules that if you retire, you must retire in the pits, whether it's quali or the race. So yeah, Ayush, maybe he thinks this is the best he can go. And Parth, okay, Rahman is also retired from the session. Parth is about to approach pace in the middle sector. Let's see what time does the Kicksauber do. He's sole Kicksauber. He locks up going into that turn. It's quite common. He goes purple middle sector. He's 4.5 tenths up on his time. Yeah, so let's see. time does You Are Dead Now puts. Okay, so now just 40 seconds remaining. So Thunderbolt has also retired from the session. So let's see, can Freaky. Okay, so You Are Dead Now goes 8th fastest, but both the Mercedes are on lap. Freaky has already used up all his ERS. Yeah, he had a understeer, mid corner understeer, but let's see. Yes, he does. Oh my god, he slams Thunderbolt's record into the wall. Yeah, he breaks his record. Can Killer beat his teammate for pole, or will it be a front row lockout? Oh, he invalidates it, unfortunately. Killer. You robbed us, bro. You robbed us from a great quali. So, the sole remaining Aston finishes their lap. Where does he go? He's P9. And Clutch God is on a lap. So, like I said, that Freaky has shown his face at last, gone into pole position. Okay, let's see. Where does that? Oh, he almost spins. Yeah, so he remains P10. And yeah, I guess that it is. That's it. Everyone has taken the checkered flag. Yeah. So now, guys, there'll be a 5-minute break for the drivers to load their setups and load their tire strategies, tire pressures, wings, diff settings, and all. So, high core, finally, Killer and Freaky. They are putting on a good show as of now, and so is Thunderbolt. He splits the Mercedes. Let's see. So that's it for quali, guys. And as you can see, the pole sitter Freaky with P2 as Thunderbolt in 132.8, just 2 tenths shy of Freaky. Then 5 tenths down from Freaky is Killer. Then about a second down is Ayush. Then in P5 we have Mutaikan. In P6 we have Punisher. And 7th with Rahman in the Ferrari. 8th, You Are Dead Now in the Kick Sauber. Vivek in the other Aston goes P9, and that's it for quali. So let's see. Now there'll be a 5-minute break for the drivers, like I said, to adjust their setups. Let's see. I want to see what the drivers take the strategy call. Will someone go on the hards in the top 5 to start the race? Or will they go for a 1-stop or 2-stop? Maybe if a safety car comes, someone will lose or win quite big. Like in the last race, for example, Ayush uh, got slammed into turn 1 at the start of the last race, and he fell up to the last place. But because of safety cars and because of his tire management, he could win the race because of his pace and strategy. So let's see, anything can happen. So here we go. Okay, so I can see the Visa Cash in on the soft tires. So Vivek and Captain Clutchgod have disqualified from the session. Yeah, so here are the strategies. Okay, so yeah, so the second kick Sauber is in P8, Aditya. Yeah, we are waiting for the first lap workflow. Actually, let's see what happens. Yeah, so Kaushik goes on the hard. That's an interesting choice, and that his space will give data to the other guys what will happen. And Mutaikan is on the softs. So as you can see, the game suggests it can be a one-stop, the medium hard strategy, and it can be a two-stop with a soft medium. Let's see. Okay, so Mutaikan gets DSQ'd. Anurag Kaushik gets DSQ'd. And Freaky will try to make the pack as tight as possible so that when he sits in pole position, his tires just don't drop their temperature. And right behind him is Ayush. Yes, he is. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so all the drivers are back onto the grid. Now we'll wait for the 5 lights and let's see what happens. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's lights out and away we go. Freaky gets a good start, but so does Thunderbolt. Yeah, Thunderbolt has the inside line. Yeah, so Thunderbolt takes the lead. Can Killer go around the outside? No, he does not. So yeah, Thunderbolt is currently leading. He had a pretty good start. And Freaky Killer drops down to P5, Ayush goes to P3, Mutaikan goes to P4, and Vivek, You Are Dead now has fallen to last place. Maybe he had a bad start or something, so here we go. The Kicksauber has spun. Yeah, he's get going now. Yeah, so will Freaky go for a move or will someone go for a move? I can see the Mercedes going for a move. Yeah, so he makes the move stick. No, he does not. And so let's see what's the position change as of now. So here, You Are Dead now in the Kicksauber has dropped down 4 places. Freaky has dropped down 1 place. Killer has dropped down 2 places. So both the Mercedes were losing positions at the start of the race. And both the Astons, Vivek loses 1, but Thunderbolt gains the other position, takes the lead of the race. He is around about 5 tenths. So this lap the DRS will get activated. So let's see who will go for a move. Does Thunder have the battery? Yes, he does. He's saving his battery for Sector 2. And Freaky is right behind him. He's catching up to Thunderbolt. Yes, this might be a good overtake, but let's see Thunder's defense. And Ayush is also coming up to Freaky as well. Killer is catching up on Ayush. So yeah, let's see. Thunder is trying to cut the slipstream, but it's a pretty huge straight. I guess it's a done. Yes, so Thunder defends the inside line by Freaky. Tries to go round the outside. Thunder goes to takes the defensive line, and Freaky goes on the inside. And now Thunder goes back at him for a switchback. That's a fantastic move from Thunderbolt. And now Thunderbolt is again defending against Freaky. That's a fantastic switchback. And okay, so Vivek has overtaken Captain Clutchgod, and there was a brief yellow flag. And Killer has overtaken Mutaikan, and he is up to P3 right behind his teammate, just 2 seconds apart. So Anurav Kaushik gets a 3-second penalty already. And let's see. So Ayush and Mutaikan are very close. Yeah, and so is Punisher. There's a 3-way fight for P4. And Killer. Okay, so Ayush started. Okay, so Ayush hits Mutaikan. Oh my god. Ayush hits Mutaikan. And Mutaikan hits face. And the Williams, oh my god, there's a carnage. There's a carnage between 3 or 4 cars. This is gonna be a huge incident. And you are dead now. Goes for a dive bomb from so far long, but couldn't make the move stick. But he'll definitely get DRS on Clutchgod. Yes, he does. But he's out of battery. Yes. And he goes for a dive bomb again. And he makes the move stick now. Oh my god, it's interesting battle going on. So Ayush is down by 7 places, and Mutaikan has lost 4 places. I guess this is definitely gonna be a ticket. And this is definitely someone is gonna report it right after the race ends. And let's go back to the leaders. Thunder is still in the lead. He's still defending against Freaky. And so yeah, Ayush and Mutaikan again on track. Okay, so Mutaikan pits. Yeah. He's the first guy to respond. And Ayush is already sliding. He's lost his front left wing end plate. And he has got, oh no, Anurav has a 3-second penalty for track limits. But let's see, he's pretty close to Clutchgod. Okay. Let's see, can Freaky overtake Thunderbolt this time? No, he cannot. Thunderbolt is putting out a superb defense against Freaky. Freaky almost locks up. No, he does lock up, but almost goes into the back of Thunderbolt. Fortunately, he doesn't. Let's stay on board with Freaky to see what Thunderbolt and Freaky are doing. Will Freaky go for a move this time? No, but Thunder has a huge battery advantage against Freaky. Rahman gets a 3-second penalty already at lap 5. And he goes up to P5. So let's see what happens now. Saving up his battery, is almost at 90% ERS, so is Freaky. But this is costing Freaky so much time because he's in dirty air of Thunderbolt and they are fighting crazy. But it's a good fight for us as the viewers to watch on. again, Freaky doesn't have any response. To Thunder's pace this stint. Maybe Freaky is trying to manage his tires. But they are pulling away from Killer and Punisher as well. From the rest of the pack. The leaders are pulling. Such is the pace advantage of Thunder and Freaky that they have already pulled a 3.5 seconds already from the guy in P3. But yeah, because they are fighting so crazy. Okay, so Mutaikan has over took Anurag Kaushik and is in P11 now. 6 places below on the hard tires. So yeah, he's definitely going. So Anurag Kaushik gets another 3-second penalty. So like I was saying, like Mutaikan is definitely on a 2-stop because he started on the soft tires. I don't think he can take the hard tires till there. And let's see. So currently the fastest lap is a 137.199 set by Thunderbolt. Okay, so someone has gone off. Yeah, it was Captain Clutchgod, but yes. So he's almost cutting some corners. Maybe he's out of his tires are quite degraded as of now. So like I was saying, let's see. Yeah, so Mutaikan is on 2-lap old tires and Ayush overtakes You Are Dead Now. Can You Are Dead Now respond to Ayush? Ayush has more battery than You Are Dead Now. And still the Aston of Thunderbolt is ahead of Freaky in the Mercedes. This is the closest battle on track, except for the lead of the race. And let's see. Clutchgod gets a 3-second penalty. Let's go on with it. Let's see. So also Parth gets a 3-second penalty, and as of now, Pace is the only driver in the last season who was carrying Red Bull solely. He finished consistently in the points except the last 2 races. Can Freaky now overtake? No, he cannot. Thunderbolt is defending so brilliantly against Freaky. And there's a yellow flag. There was a brief yellow flag. Let's see. That definitely would be a warning, another warning for Parth. Now, Freaky doesn't have enough battery to go for a move on Thunderbolt. Thunder's ERS management is pretty good. And his pace, of course. since he has taken the lead on the first lap. There has been no answer from Freaky. Okay, so Thunder almost loses the car. Can Freaky pull off a move now? Oh, so Rahman loses his car and puts his car into the barriers. And Vivek says thank you very much. So the Alpine Punisher has been running a pretty good race. Okay, so Freaky can Freaky land a move now? He's closer, he's gaining. Yeah, and Freaky goes down the inside. Will Thunderbolt go for another switchback? No, Freaky blocks his switchback. These guys are fighting like crazy and putting up so much defense. So Freaky finally takes the lead of the race, but can Thunderbolt get him back? Because he has a lot more ERS saved. Okay, so Thunder, oh, that's not allowed, that's not allowed. Thunderbolt will get a pen, will definitely get a pen. That's not allowed. If you cross the pit entry line, you have to pit. You cannot decide to go back on the track again. That's a clear penalty for Thunderbolt. So yeah, Freaky so now Freaky is finally in the lead. So let's see. Okay, so now Fierce gets a 3-second penalty, and now we'll see Thunder's attack. So you are dead now pits. Okay, so he takes the lead. So Thunder takes the lead. He goes down the inside of Freaky, but I guess Freaky will know that Thunder is under a threat of a penalty, post-race penalty. But let's see. Will does Freaky wanna stay ahead of Thunderbolt? So Anurag also adds another penalty this time. Okay, so Thunder has reacted and he is pulling off the undercut on Freaky. Let's see. So yeah, at this track, I guess overcut is more powerful, but let's see what happens. It depends on Thunder's outlap and Freaky's tire management. Was Freaky saving his tires sitting behind Thunderbolt for the first few laps? And will Freaky now respond? Or will Killer now cover up the Aston by boxing? Let's see. so Vivek gets a 3-second, Rahman gets a 3-second penalty. Let's see how many penalties. Okay, so 9 second for Kaushik, Anurag Kaushik, 3 second for Captain Clutch God, 3 second for You Are Dead Now, 6 seconds for Face, 6 seconds for Rahman, and a 3 second pen for Vivek in the Aston in P4. Okay, so Anurag bags another penalty, a 12-second penalty for exceeding track limits. He's 30 seconds behind Clutch God. Okay, so freaky boxes. Oh, almost loses the car. And Killer obviously stays out. So Punisher, yeah, so Punisher also no, Punisher boxes. And Rahman, okay, see both the drivers box. So yeah, Rahman gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Right, go for a move in the pit lane, which is not right, but the game gave him a penalty already. So here, so he's come up ahead of Vivek. Yeah, I guess Vivek had a bad stop. So yeah, so Freaky is 2 seconds behind Thunderbolt, and with one lap fresher tires. Let's see. Will he try to? These guys are obviously on a one stop. Let's see what happens. There's a safety car. Not. So yeah, the Aston of Vivek Red is right behind the Ferrari of Rahman and followed by Face. Captain Clutch God is in DRS of Ayush. Captain Clutch God is deploying his ERS and his battery. Ayush has 60%. Yeah, so I don't think so. Clutch God will be able to know, he does not. And okay, so Killer boxes. Killer goes into the pits. And yeah, so he's just 4 seconds. So he's ahead of Manisha. So yeah, the overcut worked for Killer. And Freaky gets a 3-second time penalty. That will give some breathing space to Thunder. But let's see what happens. Captain Clutch is within a second, so is Vivek. Will Vivek go for a move now? No, Vivek doesn't go for a move. This is fun. This race is turning out to be one hell of a race, one heck of a race. There are such crazy close battles. So Rahman gets another with a total, another penalty with a total of 9-second time penalty for that. And who's is that? Okay, is that the... Okay, so here Anurag Kaushik gets lapped by the race leader Thunderbolt, and let's see Freaky. Ayush gets a 3-second penalty. So the only drivers that have not got a penalty is Punisher, Killer and Thunderbolt. But Thunderbolt might have a post-race penalty. Maybe some other drivers can also have post-race time penalty. But let's see. So Punisher, oh my god, it's a commentator curse. Punisher gets a 3-second penalty. And Freaky says the fastest third sector. He's closing the gap on Thunderbolt. Let's see. And will Vivek go for a move into turn 1? Or does Rahman? No, Rahman has 80% ERS left. So Freaky doesn't get DRS this lap. Again. Vivek is within 7/10. But Rahman has 30% more battery than Vivek as of now. Okay, so Punisher has... Okay, that's the last car. Okay, so Freaky is closing up the gap. Let's see his lap data. There's a yellow flag. Thunderbolt goes 26.3. And Vicky is now closing again. Ayush gets a 3-second penalty and penalty goes up to 6 seconds. So yeah, Freaky is now in the 610. He's in DRS range to attack Thunderbolt. Let's see. I think he's saving his ERS for the back straight. He'll definitely save his ERS for the back straight, and he's recharging here, but so is Thunderbolt. No, Thunderbolt is not recharging as of now. He's not recharging. And let's see what happens. Okay, so Phase overtakes Okay, so there's a crazy battle. So Mutaikan pits. Like I said, he's on a two-stop, and he comes right behind Parth, and now he doesn't have to worry about his tires, and he has to just completely push flat out till the checkered flag. And he goes the inside. That's a fantastic move from Mutaikan. That's a fantastic move from Mutaikan. Just straight out the pits. Doesn't want to waste any time. Goes on the charge and will. And now Freaky is on the back of Thunderbolt. Now Thunderbolt is feeling the pressure from Freaky. Can Freaky go for a switchback? No, he cannot. If Thunderbolt. Oh, he almost loses the car but manages to stop it. And Kaushik Anurag gets a 24-second penalty. My god. Bro is farming penalties. And Freaky is now ever closer to the race leader Thunderbolt. Let's go on board with him. He's catching. Thunderbolt defends the inside line. Freaky goes on the outside. Thunder pushes him a little bit wide, but makes his move stick. And he still defends as the leader of the race. And there's a crazy fight going on between Mutaikan. He's catching up to the Red Bull of FaZe. Yeah, so this will be definitely an overtake from Mutaikan. Okay, so yeah, Mutaikan is on the charge now. Let's see the tire status. Yeah. Mutaikan is on 1 lap old mediums. Vivek has Fox also. Fresh compartment. Freaky gets a 3-second time penalty, so that adds up to it. So Mutaikan sets the fastest lap with a 1:36.5. And he's right behind Ayush. They had a collision earlier in the race. This time, will they make it clean? And Mutaikan is flying now. He's literally flying on the track. He's putting in purple sector after purple sector. He's very close. Yeah. So here he's already on the back. Mutaikan also gets a penalty, but he has 6 seconds penalty, and so does Ayush. So this overtake also becomes more important for Mutaikan. Okay, so yeah, they almost crash into each other, but Mutaikan still makes the move stick and goes up to P6. But Ayush doesn't let him just go through so easily. But yeah, but Mutaikan covers it off pretty well with fresher new tires. And Thunderbolt, oh, we missed the lead change. And Thunderbolt is right behind with almost full battery on Freaky. Freaky has half his battery. Thunderbolt will definitely dump all of his battery now to take the lead of the race. Will Thunderbolt go for a move now? Yes, he does. Goes on the inside, but Freaky. Yeah, oh my god, that's so close. Freaky. Thunderbolt again. These guys are not letting the other guy just go. They are making each other sweat for the position. And Mutaikan, okay, so Ayush overtakes Mutaikan back, but Mutaikan has no, Ayush has DRS because he might be behind in the detection zone, but Mutaikan is dumping all of his battery to defend against Ayush. They almost crash into each other, but no. Okay, so Ayush is defending, he's going elbows out with Mutaikan to defend his position, to stay on track, to stay ahead on track of Mutaikan, because Ayush and Mutaikan both have a 6-second penalty, so the uh, lead, the net lead between the two will be nullified because both drivers have the exact same time penalty. Okay, so now Thunderbolt dumped all of his battery. Will he go on the inside? Yes, he does. And this time, can he make the move stick? Yes, he can. Ladies and gentlemen, there's another swap for the lead of the race. Yeah, so Thunder still defending. Only 7 laps remaining. Let's see. Will Freaky respond to him? Okay, so now Mutaikan gets 3-second penalty, time penalty. And Freaky has 30% of his ERS left. He's recharging under braking, but so is Thunderbolt. Will Freaky go for a move now into heading up to turn 1? No. Freaky has less battery, but he will be having ERS and slipstream and DRS. Can will we see? Yes, we do. Freaky goes down the inside, but goes a little bit wide, and Thunderbolt instantly takes his position back. This is a pretty good fight. This is a pretty good fight, I would say. Both the drivers are driving very cleanly. Giving each other just enough space. But Freaky has to go for a move. Okay, so there's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag. But no, the driver... Okay, it was a brief... For a brief time, I thought it was a safety car. And Freaky has a 6-second time penalty. Will he be... Can Freaky make the move stick this time? He's dumping all of his battery. goes to the outside and goes through. This time he goes wide, but this time he makes the move stick. But Thunderbolt, look at Thunderbolt, he goes for another brilliant switchback, but Freaky just cuts him off. And Ayush also gets a 3-second penalty now. They are pretty much equal again, Mutaikan and Ayush. And Freaky is maintaining his lead of the race. And now will Thunderbolt respond again? My god, this race is turning out to be so good. So Thunderbolt makes the move stick on the inside. They go side by side through turn 1, but Freaky has the inside line for the next corner, which is much better lines. Yeah, so Freaky stays in the lead of the race. These guys are battling it out till the checkered flag. And sorry for the apologies for the commentary, and I'm pretty much new to it, but yeah, so I'm trying my best to. So let me know in the chat, to the guys who are watching, let me know in the chat if you're enjoying this race as much as the drivers. And now will Thunderbolt? No, he does not go for a move. Yeah. So Freaky, just 4 laps remaining. Okay, so the Aston of Vivek Red. Something happened to him. Let's see. This time Thunderbolt is saving his ERS. No, he's not. Freaky is. So Killer gets a 3-second pen. So the only guy remaining from a warning is Thunderbolt. There he is. And he might get a post-race time penalty, but let's see. He still doesn't go for a move. So, yeah, let's see. Thunderbolt wants to stay within 6 seconds of Freaky, and Freaky will try to get out of 6 seconds, build a 6-second margin, but this will be extremely difficult since there are only 3 laps remaining, and Thunderbolt hasn't got a penalty. Okay, so the blue flags are waving for the Alpine. Yeah, so he gets out of the way. That's Anurag. And so I would like to say that Mercedes, this is the debut for both of the drivers, and they are like in their debut they are getting so many points by finishing first and third. But let's see what happens. Can Thunderbolt take the lead now? No, again he backs off. I guess Freaky is now showing his real pace. Let's see. This is the penultimate lap. They are on. We have just 2 laps remaining. Will Thunderbolt take the lead of the race, or will he just stay behind in the penalty delta to eventually get promoted to P1? Thunderbolt, I guess he has decided just to save his tires and finish the race, not go for an aggressive move on Freaky, since Freaky has a 6-second time penalty. Yeah, so okay, so we are now on the final lap. Yeah, so there is our race leader, but on the last lap, he's just around 1.5 seconds. So yeah, Freaky comes on the final corner and wins, but Thunderbolt eventually gets P1, and congrats. And there comes Killer in P3, strong result. There's P4, Punisher. And Punisher finishes P4. And Rahman finishes P5. Rahman finishes P5. P6 and 7 for the Red Bulls. No. Let's see, can Mutaikan catch up to both the Red Bulls? Yes, he does. He catches one Red Bull, and Mutaikan finishes P8. And there is our race winner as of now, Thunderbolt. And P2 is Freaky, and P3 is Killer. A very nice race. Let's applaud for them, for Freaky and for Thunder. They put on a very good show for everyone watching, even for themselves. And let's uh, take their interviews. Okay, so they have left. Yes, all the drivers have left. So that's it for the race, guys. And we'll catch up you guys in round 4, which is Miami. And let's see what happens in Miami, who takes the win there. And congrats to Thunderbolt on his first win in the Community Cup. So, bye bye and see you next time.